Smile for the camera. I know.
Oh, Duncan, you're in my Latin class. Did we have any Latin homework?
No.
Okay.
Yes, it's just study for vocab.
Oh.
Alright, so put your face right here, and I'm just going to click this guy on. We'll all be over soon. We'll just tell him the door's locked.
Yes, Alex.
I got it.
Oh, look, it's
The staff.
Does anybody even watch that? You know what? Just do it for your age. That's right. I hope not. Oh, like the biggest holy shit, that's like, why is it clenching?
Oh yeah, really get Oh, yeah, I got it.
No, come here. Are you okay? Spotlight.
I swear. Hey. I think we're gonna have to record it. What do you mean we're not doing anything? Tell it. Why don't you tell them to go sit down?
We're so excited to introduce the theme for this month, 2020 Vision. The person can only speak. We'll spin them around, and the other person is going to help guide them through the codes. Two representatives from each grade will come down, and one person will be blindfolded.
The person who is blindfolded can only move if they can't speak. They can't touch the blindfolded person. We will time how long it takes for each grade's representative to complete the obstacle course. The winners will receive a special prize.
So here we have Charlotte Lincoln Beckler, Matthew Adams from 8th grade, Matthew Beckler from 7th grade, and Greer Crow and Harrison Fitzgerald from 6th grade.
First, we'll start off with 6th
Okay, we're going to the start and spin them around. Three, two, one, go.
Stop, go forward, stop, turn back, go forward.
So jerky.
Y'all can forget it.
All right, now seventh grade.
Yeah, just fall out and blindfold. There you go. Only twice?
Left, straight, straight. You go straight. You go straight. Right. Left, straight, straight, straight. Wait, am I trying to get go straight? Turn around. Just go straight. Left. Right.
You're at 1 minute.
Straight. Right. Left. Turn around. Straight.
Now you're
Alright. I'm trying to get the right adjustment. This is really tight over here, but it won't come off any further. Yeah, what the problem is that this is still jerky. I can't like
Go left.
always.
on your mark, get set, go.
Go straight. Go left. Keep going straight. Turn right. No, turn left. Straight. Keep going. Oh, stop. Turn right. Keep going. Turn left. Left. Let's do it.
Good job, your time was 49 seconds, so that means Grade is the winner. I'm sorry, sixth grade is the winner. Sixth grade, here's your prize. Woo! The standard makes
Nice and close.
Even though we can't see where we're going, there will always be people there to help guide us.
And even though there may be some
She's a
hurdles that we
bad
can't even see, we can always overcome them. Thanks for playing
And enjoy the assembly.
Please join her. Dear God, thank you for the chance for us to come together and celebrate the new year and all the opportunities that come with it. Lord, help us be thankful for the new chances you have given to us. Thank you for seeing and knowing what will happen this year and for making a clear path for us. We hope that you will guide us in our faith and help us to see the ways in which we can make a fresh start in our community and in ourselves. In your name we pray. The first scripture reading is from the second letter to the Corinthians, chapter 4, verses 17 and 18. Our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all. So we fix our eyes not on what is seen, but on what is unseen, since what is seen is temporary, but what is unseen is eternal.
No more words.
What was your New Year's resolution? Alright, maybe drink more water.
Said eat more vegetables.
I want to be more organized because I'm management, so I'm not waking up at 6 a.m. every morning to do my math homework.
No.
Good.
Who's ready to play a game?
We want to play giant dictionary.
But there's a twist. The goggles are kaleidoscope goggles.
One partner has to draw something while the other has to guess it.
Fastest correct answer wins.
We need one boy and one girl from each game, from each grade to play our game.
Please raise your hand if you're on the chat.
Make sure there's space.
Can the graders
Oh. There's obviously going to be someone in front of the board, so I'm going to guess that's what it's going to
One of you will draw, one of you will guess. You pick, the drawer picks from the hat, and you have to draw that. So decide who's drawing, who's picking.
Sixth grade will go first.
It's so tricky.
Ready, set, go! Dog. Seventh grade will go next. On your marks, get set, go!
Us, Monday. Your time was 3 seconds.
Wow.
On your mark, get set, go! That is correct! The time is 28 seconds. And the winner is 6th grade.
I'm guessing it's a skit.
Sorry, the winner was 7th grade.
This is Sam. Sam just celebrated the new year, and yet he still seems to be focusing on 2019 rather than new things that can happen in 2020.
Sam, what are your resolutions for this year? I'm going to try to get A's in all my classes and be as successful as Billie Eilish at the Grammys.
I don't know. Oh, do you remember our history class last year? That was so much fun.
Okay, what are you doing for summer break this year?
Well, last year I went to the lake and I went swimming and I had so much fun.
Sam, all you ever do is talk about 2019. Can't we talk about the New Year's?
But 2019 was fun. 2020 is weird and scary.
The Great Pumpkin wants you to stay in 2019, Sam.
Exactly. Why would I leave?
All the best things were in 2019.
Like, Greta Thunberg. Movie.
Come see The Lion King on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Avengers. Cats. The movie. Oh no. Not Cats. That was terrifying.
Over here, you need to look at me.
Silence 2020.
As much as he tried, Sam could not stop thinking about 2019. Now you might be wondering who these people with the giant glasses are. One is named Mira, the other Louie. They would prefer Sam not to think about 2020.
And that's me. Hi, I'm 2020, and my life is pretty crazy. I'm a lot cooler than they're making me sound.
And I'm 2019, otherwise known as the Great Pumpkin.
Look, guys, as much as I love 2019, I feel like it's time to move on. I mean, it's almost February. No! Well, remember that one time your friend celebrated you? Or remember that one time you had ice cream? Remember.
Sam, you must stay with us. You've no idea the things that will happen in 2020. Terrible, terrible things. Awful things. Things you can't even dream of.
You could fail your exam. Your friends might leave you.
For the darkest possible future. Cats too.
Guys, stop. Sam, it's okay. Look, I guess the New Year's can be scary, but wonderful things can happen too. But Dan, you just gotta go for it. There could be some awesome things in 2020. Like there are actually aliens in there. Yeah, you're right. Wait, what was that? Oh, nothing. There's just gonna be another raid and no, there aren't gonna find aliens in that area. Oh, there's another raid on Area 51? What? How? No, you're crazy. Oh. Alright, let's do this. Let me clean the spring break.
Really? You're ready to move on?
Yeah, damn. Awesome. This is great. You love it. You didn't leave me.
2019. Get
They all live happily ever after. The end.
Scripture rolling back. No, he's moving it. Well, because we're zoomed in for most of it.
The second scripture lesson for the day is from the Gospel of Mark, chapter 8, verses 22 to 25. They came to Bethsaida, and some people brought him a blind man and begged Jesus to touch him. He took the blind man by the hand and led him outside the village. When he had spit on the man's eyes and put his hand on him, he asked, "Do you see anything?" He looked up and said, "I see people. They look like trees walking around." Once more, Jesus put his hand on the man's eyes. Then his eyes were opened, his sight was restored, and he saw everything clearly.
This is one of several Bible passages that has the word spit in it. And so it's exciting today for those of you that are spitters that you must feel very validated that Jesus uses spit in this healing. Now, I got to tell you, I have a mixed history with saliva. One thing that I need to share with you is that my brother was an expert at spitting. It was part of his persona, part of his identity, that he could spit on things like stop signs, or trees, or dogs, our dogs, or me. He had this ability to walk a few steps ahead of me, and with great precision and timing, he could spit up into the air, and as I came along, it would land on my head. This is really damaging for me. That actually does take a certain type of talent. Do you need me to move on, Mrs. Gale? I can tell you. Yeah, get off the spitting. Here's what I want to say, though, before I move on. This Jesus healing with spittle does not give you permission to spit. So if I hear about anybody spitting because of this gospel story, there will be 1,000 LOPs coming your way. So just keep that in mind. I've got a lot of anger about spit. So anyways, here's the thing, a little background on this story. Jesus has become very popular. People are following him in mass. He's just fed 4,000 people using 7 loaves of bread and a few fish, according to the Gospel of Mark. Fed 4,000 people. So people are really excited when he comes to their town in Bethsaida. So he's being followed in mass. And so one of these groups of people that come to him bring a friend with them. And they put him at his feet and they say, "Please, they beg, please, heal our friend. He's blind." And so Jesus takes the man outside of town so that they are all by themselves. And he says to him, and there's a lot of theories about why Jesus does this. Why does he take him out of town or to the side of town and takes him? And one thing to think about is that maybe Jesus wanted him to have some quiet, wanted him to have some space, a moment to learn an important lesson. And so Jesus says to him, spits in his eyes. And then he takes his hands and he touches him. And he says to the man, "What do you see?" And the man says, "I see people and they look like trees, walking trees." So there's 2 things here that happen. Either Jesus is like, "Whoops, kind of fell short on, needed to put a little bit more saliva into that one," or this was intentional.
think it's probably the latter. I think Jesus intended for this to be a two-step process. For this to be a healing for sure, to restore total clarity to this man. But I also think that he intended for there to be blurriness along the way. I think this is a lesson, something that Jesus did a long time ago, that the writers of the gospel did a long time ago, so that we might know today something very important about our lives. Y'all, there will be a time in every single one of our lives where we are confused, where we're lost, where things seem blurry. There will be a time where we feel like we've lost our way. We look around us and we're like, wait, I thought this was who I was. Wait, I thought these were my friends. Hold on a second. I thought this was my family, and this is who we were. Wait a second. I thought I was going to be this athlete or this performer. I thought that these were my very clear goals. What's happened? And so we find ourselves confused, in a state of maybe blurred vision, in a place where we can't see the road ahead of us. And we feel like we've lost our way. You see, I think every one of us is in this story. And I would add the adults in the room too. It's not just about you all. It's about every one of us. There are moments. I think this story validates the fact that every one of us, at one moment, 1 month, 1 year, one period of time that seems to last a lifetime, every one of us has blurred vision. I feel like we're seeing people walking as trees, trees walking as people, people trees. And so what do we do with that? What happens in the story? We see that that's validated, that's a part of life. But then the blind man's vision is completely restored. He sees clearly. And he goes off to tell other people about it, even though Jesus warns him not to. So here's the thing. We know that blurred vision is going to be part of our life, that we're going to be confused, we might be lost at times, we might not know who our friends are, who we are, that is part of life. What can we do? 2 things. We can wait. 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 Because God is faithful. God will come through. God will bring clarity. You will find clarity. Here's the thing too. As you're waiting, talk to other people. Talk to your buddies at practice. Talk to your buddies at rehearsal. Talk through that blurred vision while you wait for God's faithfulness and that clarity, because it will come. The other thing you can do is find space. Find space to listen and to be. Y'all, if you're like me, every day is like just a list of things to do, and the next thing to go to. Y'all are going to 6 classes a day sometimes. And stuff after that, and homework after that, and then you go to sleep and you start all over again. How are you supposed to have the headspace to find clarity, to listen for clarity, to get the help from the people around you? How are you supposed to do that? Well, I don't know. I don't know for you, but for me, you have to find it. You have to claim it. You have to get in the habit of finding headspace in a place for you to have that peaceful moment where you listen. Last night I was working and my dog needed to go to the bathroom. I know this because he was about to lift his leg on the couch. And I used my keen powers of intuition to say, oh, he needs to walk. I was irritated. Really, Arnie, right now in the middle of this. And so I go out into the neighborhood, I'm walking around, and I have my phone out. And I'm looking over some things, and I have my head down. Just walk. Do you ever do that? You just walk like this, looking at your phone. And here I am, and all of a sudden I sneeze or yawn or something, and I accidentally saw what is this big, brown, tall, copper-top building in downtown Atlanta. Is it SunTrust or Bank of America? Do I know? It's a big bank building. And it has like a glowing, at night it has a glowing, it's glowing at the top, and it's pointing upward. And right there in the middle of the dog walk, I was struck by that copper top is lit up and it's pointing upward. And I'm staring at my phone, looking down. And so I started looking up, and you know what was up there? It was dust. Did anybody see the sky at dusk last night? It was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful pink clouds as the sun started to set. It was pink and blue, and it was just gorgeous because I looked up. Y'all, we can't wait for someone to hand us like a mountain to sit on and stare out, every day to relax and to find that clarity. It's not going to happen. Because we have this blurred vision, and nobody can really change that except for us, ultimately. So we've got to find space. We've got to find the people to talk to so that we might eventually, as we wait, get to that clear vision. I want to tell you a story that's very special to me. It's a story about my mother. It happened maybe 20-some years ago. And it's very special to me. I actually told it at her funeral in 2013 because it was such a remarkable day. So basically what happened is we were on a 19-day bus tour through Europe. More on that later. And we were riding in the bus every day. You get like 1 or 2 days in every city, so it was just kind of a whirlwind of activity. And we were in Lucerne, Switzerland. And on the second day, we had signed up for a gondola ride to the top of Mount Gladys. That's the ticket right there, people. Save the ticket stubs, they mean a lot someday. So we found out the morning of the tour that nobody else was going on our tour group because Lucerne was socked in. There was fog everywhere, clouds everywhere. And our tour guide said, yeah, you're not going to be able to see anything. You're going to go up on this gondola, and it's going to be cloudy and foggy, you're not going to see anything, why would you do it? And we were like, no, we're going to go. And so my mom and I went, and there was one other couple that was in the gondola with us. It was very small. And we rode this gondola up this mountain in the middle of the Alps. And we were surrounded the entire time by very dense fog, very dense clouds. All we could see really was just outside the side of the gondola. And there were a lot of goats on the mountain staring at us. It was really kind of odd. And they were just staring at us the whole time. So we went up the green, beautiful mountain with the goats all around us. The goats started flying by us. But the goats were everywhere. And we were just moving through it. So at some point, we started saying, why did we do this? We started on some regret. Like, we're in a gondola. These two strangers, they like goats. What is the purpose of this? We can't even see it 5 feet in front of us. And so we're just riding along, like, oh, what a bummer, a wasted day for 2 days in Lucerne. So we're riding, and all of a sudden, the gondola's doing, what are we doing? And the gondola started rising up directly, almost in a directly vertical, felt like it. Position up and down. We're still totally cloudy. Pretty soon we can't see the ground below us, and so it's going up. I'm like, why did we do this? And all of a sudden it lurches again and goes forward, And all of a sudden, in an instant, we break through those clouds into the most spectacular and beautiful blue sky I have ever seen. The Alps spread out before us, breaking through the clouds in the distance, and the blue sky was all around us. Perfect clarity, blue skies. But we are not always going to have that. All we can do is when we're clarity to trust. When we're in those moments of blurred vision, to know that God is coming through with 2020 vision and will carry us through the rest. Let us pray. Lord God, we thank you for the clarity, for the vision you give us. Lord, I pray for anybody here today that feels like they're walking around in a fog for whatever reason. Lord, I pray that you would help them to hold on, to wait, to know that the clearing, the blue skies are ahead. Lord, help us all to know that this two-step process of blurred vision, this man that was healed, Lord, tells us something really important about our lives and how to live a life in faith. In the name of prayer, amen.
This is the introduction to the video.
This next video is a song called "Be Thou My Vision." The words of this old hymn remind us that God can make our vision 2020. We hope you will use this time to pray or to think silently about what Rev said or the story of Jesus healing the blind man. Be thou my vision, O Lord of my heart. Lord, be all else to me, save thou art. Thou my best Lord, by day or by night. Waking or sleeping, thy presence my life. Be thou my wisdom, and thou my true joy. I ever with thee, and thou with me, Lord. Riches I need not, moments empty praise. My victory won, may I reach heaven's joys.
Still be my vision, O ruler of all. Still be my vision, O ruler of
Please bow your head. Dear God, we pray that you will help us stick to our 2020 vision because in this world it is so easy to get distracted and overwhelmed. Please be with us. Please be with the families in Australia whose homes have been destroyed by the virus and help them to know that they are not alone. Please bring relief through rain and support.
Please be with the Bryant family and all the victims of the helicopter crash in Los Angeles. Help us to be aware of people in our lives who need our support and help. Motivate us to take opportunities that we're given to serve our community. Thank you for Service Council as it gives us ways to serve our community. May we take part in all the great work that they are doing.
Even though we may take our blessings for granted at times, please help us to be truly grateful and to see all the gifts that you have given us. May we also become more aware of the strengths that each one of us has to offer that you have given us. Help us to share what we have with the world around us.
Please help us to not give up on our 2020 vision just because we feel like things get confusing or it is hard to see what is ahead. Help us to find time to think, to breathe, and to imagine. Thank you for always seeing what we do and who we are. We know that you will always be there to guide us, even if we cannot see you. Amen.
Please bow your heads. Dear God, thank you for the amazing assembly and for the work that Chapel Council put into it. May we walk out of this assembly with hope for 2020 and clear vision to see all of the great opportunities available to us in this year. Help us to see you in our everyday life as we are starting this semester.
We pray that we will seek greatness and new opportunities, even though it may get hard. Thank you for the possibilities you have given us to reflect on the past year, reach our goals, and to look for you along the way. Thank you for your presence in our lives. In your name we pray, amen.
What a great assembly. Let's put our hands together for Chapel Council. Also, a special shout out to our aspiring speaker, Bev. And finally, please join me in thanking the Lion King cast for sharing their talent with us. Now for dismissal, 6th and 7th grade are going to lunch at 11:15, and 8th grade you're going to second period. Have a great day!